Welcome to Business Startup for Boomers. This is the show that brings you inspiration and ideas to start your own boomer business. Here's your hosts, Larry Aarons and Jeff Williams.
We're kind of like an idea bank for you here. If you're a boomer and you want to start your own business, you have come to the right place. I'm Larry Aarons, and with us today, too, is Jeff Williams. He is the chief coach at Biz Starters. Business been around 25 plus years, helping boomers just like you start their own business. And, you know, Jeff, I was watching on TV last night. I hadn't seen this show in a long time. I was watching the show Survivor and all those poor people on the island, you know. And I got to thinking, what are some of the basic survival skills that our boomers are going to need to start their own business? So there's got to be some.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so let's get into some of the basics here. What are some of the survival skills we'll need to have to be successful?
Well, number one is you must be able to clearly describe what you're offering to the marketplace. And one big caution that I give new entrepreneurs is don't try to do too many things your first year. This is particularly can happen with a boomer entrepreneur because they've had 35 years to think about this. They've got all this stuff piled up in their head. Suddenly they want to be a consultant, they want to teach, they want to write a book, they want to do it all in the first year. Figure out what your best path is to financial return. Maybe it's starting out as a consultant, which is the way I started out 25 years ago. And just stick with that one for at least 6 months, but be really clear. You should be able to write down in such a manner what you're going to offer so that if a total stranger reads it, they say, I understand. Mm-hmm. I understand that. So that's number one. Number two is you must have a clear idea of the financial realities of your kind of business. What do people typically make when they sell this product or service? And that should come from your past experience. If you don't really know that, then you're probably not looking at the right business idea for you. You should kind of know that. You know, I knew when I started 25 years ago, I had dealt with a lot of consultants in the corporate world, and I knew what kind of money these people made.
Yeah.
The average ones. And so number two is you need to know the financials. Number three is you have to put together a support team. And at a minimum, I suggest you have a local CPA. Now, we will avail you of a CPA's advice during the Virtual Incubator Coaching Program, which is our startup program. We've just added a new element in fall of last year where we hook you up with a CPA friend of mine in Northern Virginia, and he talks to you about tax strategy for your business.
Good stuff.
But on an ongoing basis, you're going to need someone that you're going to talk to at least twice a year. So start looking around. I just made a change last year to a new CPA, and I found my guy through the Chamber of Commerce.
Good idea.
Okay, so build a team. I would also suggest that you have someone who is a proven marketing consultant. And if you live in a larger metropolitan area, they're going to be right there in town. You know, here in the Chicago area, there are hundreds of these people. Now, how do you know somebody's talented? Well, look at somebody else's program. Maybe somebody you buy from, and you may say, boy, I really like their marketing. Just call up the business owner and say, would you mind telling me who does your marketing for you? And good marketing consultants usually also have access to graphic designers and copywriters, people like that. So you have a whole team because your job is to basically present the message in the marketplace, try to close the sale, and deliver the sale. The work you need to do in order to deliver that message has to come from the team. So, number one, be able to describe exactly what you're going to do. Number two, understand the financials of your kind of business. And number three, build a team.
How about a lawyer? Do you need a lawyer too?
Well, most new businesses don't really need an attorney for the startup phase. Because the one thing you primarily do legally is to set up your legal form for your company. And we use a company out of Los Angeles, an online legal filing company, to do that work for us.
Oh, I see.
But it certainly wouldn't hurt to get to know somebody.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. You know, I'm in my late 60s, so I'm thinking about what they call estate planning. Well, I had found an attorney about 4 or 5 years ago, and he helped me do some contracts. When I went out to license my coaching product to other people, he helped me write that contract. Well, he's a general services attorney, so now he's doing estate work for me.